This is all kinds of wrong. Your idea.
This song would not fly today.
No, it would not. Sorry. Good morning.
Rock here.
Nancy here.
Weird Al in the house.
Oh my goodness, Weird
You know
Al.
I'm fat.
There's context to this song. Seriously, we're talking about healthy fats today, so it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's everybody doing today?
How is everybody
It's
doing?
Wednesday. Wednesday today. I'm all like mixed up because Monday we were off, so we started.
Well, you weren't off. You worked.
No, I worked, but I mean like the show and stuff.
Oh yes.
Following the schedule, the weekly schedule.
I see what you're
the
saying.
Weekday
I see
morning.
what you're saying. 100%.
Yeah, so it was a short week.
It's a short week.
Cheers,
baby.
everybody! Thank you so much for joining
Is
us.
this some
I
juice?
have no idea. I put moringa leaf in there, which is a nature's multivitamin, but I've always had trouble with the powder. What is
Sorry.
it? Yeah, not bad.
I mean, it's. What are we expecting here? It's juicing.
It's actually not bad. I can handle this.
We're not like.
I can handle this.
It's not a gourmet meal.
No.
It's
I
just
can really
juice.
handle this. Yep.
Like
It's
suck it
because
up, buttercup.
when, like, you know, spirulina, chlorella, moringa leaf, those are all like superfoods, like this, oh my gosh, like, honestly. But it's hard because you can't mix it with, like, the chocolate smoothie, the protein shakes, because it tastes awful. But if you mix it with a green juice, you know, it blends, it works in synergy, it blends really well with that.
Wow.
So that really works well. Good morning, Gina. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody.
Liz.
Let's talk about fat.
You know I'm fat. I'm fat.
In the 90s, we were told that fat was bad for us.
Oh, that's the thing. It's like you have to, like, okay, so your micronutrients is something that we need in large amounts. The body needs that. Healthy fats, your proteins, and your carbs. So a lot of these fad diets in the 90s to now, you know, they take a big portion of those out, and it's often like, you know, high protein, low carbs.
I was going to say until you cut me off, but whatever.
No,
It's
we're
your show.
working
No,
in
it's your show.
synergy.
Go ahead. I'm just
No,
going to
we're
take a nap
working.
here. Just go.
Okay, right on. So, stop.
Stop.
No, but I'm just adding to the thing that like you should not mess with the macronutrient. They work together.
Yes.
Shouldn't be separated.
Yeah.
So.
You need fat in your body. The whole not low fat diet is a lie.
Yes.
It's a lie. We were told
Sorry, go ahead. I was adding to your thing. Like it's because you have a pause and then you continue.
for dramatic effect.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Like
then
that.
Look at me when you're done or something.
I'm not done.
Okay.
So what did they do instead in the 90s? They pumped us full of sugar in our diets.
Yeah.
They substituted fat and they put sugar in everything.
Right.
Which is
Fat-free.
where fat comes from.
Right.
That's when you have excess glucose
They
or sugar,
vilified the fat.
specifically refined sugar. When you have too much of that in your system, it's stored in your fat cells.
Yes.
Men in the gut and women, well, everywhere else, I guess.
Well, that's the thing, and I mean, they vilified fat, but it's like to add context to that is they focused on the bad sources of fats, like trans fats and all those types of fats that shouldn't even be allowed on the shelf. Really, it's so bad for you.
What's that word? Homogenated? What is it?
Hydrogenated oils.
Hydrogenated?
Hydrogenated oils.
So
Partially
when you
hydrogenated
see that
oils,
in your product,
canola
partially
oil.
hydrogenated,
Yes.
safflower and or sunflower and or whatever, garbage.
Yes.
Put it back.
Yeah, that is harmful, very damaging to your body.
Tell me about the ratio.
So basically, a lot of our diet consists, so we have the essential fatty acids. That's what we're talking about today. The healthy fats.
Yeah.
That consists of the omega-3, omega-6, and the omega-9s. So we need all of those omegas, like 3, 6, and 9s, but a lot of our diet consists of too much 6 and too much 9s versus omega-3s. And the ratio goes with like 20 to 1, when it's really supposed to be 2 to 1.
It's supposed to be 2 to 1, but the
Yeah.
average person is eating 20 to 1.
20 to 1.
Omega-6 to
So it's creating
omega-3.
way too much inflammation in the body.
Yeah.
And that, because, you know, the diets consist of like industrial farming, which, you know, the animals are fed like corn, soy, or wheat, processed foods, trans fat, and fast foods, all those things. if your diet consists too much of that, then it's gonna produce a lot of omega-6 and omega-9s.
Yeah.
And even like if you have too much nuts, actually, I'm learning this just recently. If your diet consists too much nuts and nut butters, that in itself has too much omega-6 and omega-9. So you really want to balance it out with omega-3s, which the smash fish, which is salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. Those are the ones that has the lowest amount of mercury.
And have a good amount of omega-3s.
And have like really, that's the excellent source of omega-3 if you're gonna have animal protein. Wild caught as much as possible, and grass-fed meats. Again, grass-fed meats are higher in omega-3. Otherwise, it'll be higher in omega-6 and 9. That's why they say animal proteins are higher in they're higher in inflammation and they're very acidic.
Yeah.
Only because the way they're fed, their diets.
Right. And also, do yourself a favor. Stop buying canola oil, vegetable oil, unless if you're oiling your car.
Well, I don't think they buy that per se. I think they buy packaged foods consisting
right,
of
but I
those
mean,
things.
if you're gonna, like, a lot of people, like my brother and everybody I know, when they cook something and they're using oil, it's vegetable oil, it's canola oil, it's garbage, pure garbage. The smoke point is so low that you're turning it rancid almost right away.
Yeah.
As opposed to coconut,
Yeah.
olive oil,
Olive oil, you still have to be
avocado
careful.
oil. Yeah, you still have to be careful. Coconut has the highest burn point, meaning it can be on a higher heat and it doesn't go rancid.
Yeah, so
So it's very good.
FYI with that, when it comes to your smoke points and your oils, super important not to reach that smoking point. Otherwise, your
It's
oils
over.
are damaged
Yeah.
and they cause free radicals inside of your body. So it's super, super unhealthy and very damaging for your body. And also, I'm learning that not to cook your oil twice.
You can't use your oil twice.
Can't use your oil twice. And then when
So
you go to
imagine,
restaurants,
restaurants, chip stands.
Yeah,
they use the same thing over and over and over. Yikes.
but in moderation, it's fine. It's just if you go to a
Moderation,
restaurant
man,
often and you buy fast food often,
Yeah.
they keep using the same oils. It's very damaging for your body.
Yeah. 80-20. It's still the
So that's the
rule.
thing.
That still applies.
That's the thing.
You know, 80% good, 20% bad. But if you're 20% good, 80% bad, and you're like, well, I don't know why I'm obese. Well, that's why.
Are suffering from these
Or
chronic...
suffering from, obese as a precursor to all of the heart disease, inflammation in the joints, fogginess, all that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. So a deficiency in omega-3s really wreaks havoc on your mental health. And I'm really, because your brain is 60%
60% fat.
And so you need the omega-3 DHA, which is found in omega-3, for cell-to-cell communication.
That's how they talk
So
to
if
each other.
there's a deficiency in that...
Hello, cell.
Hello.
Hello, cell. But without that, don't talk to me.
It can really increase anxiety, depression, bipolar symptoms, like your manic, your mood swings are really off the charts.
Yeah. It's incredible how almost all of our ailments come from poor nutrition,
I know.
poor lifestyle.
Yeah.
To me, it blows my mind when I
know.
see people, after you tell them, that stuff you're eating is pure garbage, and they just keep buying it, and they just keep buying it, and they keep buying
Well,
it.
they're very addictive.
I don't understand, I guess because I'm in a different place, like health and physical activity is like locked into my
Number one
DNA.
priority?
Yeah, number one. I'd rather be poor and healthy than rich and unhealthy.
Yeah, because this is your temple, your home. But the
And
thing
if
is,
your
it's
body
'cause-
breaks down, where's your soul gonna live?
It's true.
Where's your essence, the
I like
spirit?
that. I like that.
You need the vessel, the meat suit.
No, it's true. But there's three things people are addicted to: sugar, salt, and fat. So that's the thing. If you're caught in that loop, it's hard to get out. So that's why working out with my clients who learning how to crowd out, not focusing on what to cut out, but focusing on what to add in.
Yeah.
It just crowds out the bad stuff. That's the best approach to any diet, honestly. So because the healthy fats are super good for heart health, lower inflammation, your brain, like happiness, cognition, learning, memory, all those things are super, super important. They protect your organs. So they're like, we've been taking
that's another thing I want to mention actually. When
fish oil supplement.
your body on the inside here, all your guts,
Yeah.
that's oily.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be oily. if you remove all fat from your diet and you don't have all the oils in there,
Yeah.
you're gonna have problems.
Yeah.
Because it keeps it all lubricated, you know, because they rub together as you're walking around, and that needs to not get inflamed from lack of lubricant, which is oil.
Yeah.
It's so simple. Right?
And yet complex.
And then complex,
let's
of course.
Not, like people who are not in this industry and don't know
No.
all those things, it's actually.
What I meant was, it's the body works in a simplistic way.
Oh, yes.
You know, that's what I meant by that.
Right.
Of course, changing
The
your
body's
lifestyle,
miraculous.
changing your diet, that can be challenging. I understand that. I understand that people are addicted to certain foods, and we all have our vices. We're not perfect. We do have things, you know.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a chocoholic. I'll admit it. I'm the first one to admit it. Mind you, there's good fats in there. Well, anyway.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
We always use these softeners to okay our behavior, but it's.
That's the thing. We always use these softeners, these reasons. Well, I'll walk a bit extra.
Oh, that's the thing. Calories in, calories out. That has to go. That's a huge myth. It's really about the source of your calories,
Quality.
the nutrients, the quality. Yeah.
Yes, but ultimately, if you are eating good quality foods, that theory still applies.
Yes. So let's talk
The
about
less
that.
the less calories you eat, the more activity you do, the leaner and smaller you're going to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
In theory.
In theory.
It doesn't always work that way, because
No.
sometimes your body's trapped in a cycle. You need
Yeah.
to break that cycle.
Yeah, so let's talk about. I took a couple of notes here because I don't want to miss out anything out. So the good quality omega-3s would be your hemp hearts.
Write it down.
Write it down.
Hemp
Your
hearts.
hemp hearts, your chia seeds, your flax seeds, your walnuts, avocado, olive oils, olives, omega-6.
Coconut oil?
Coconut oil. Yeah, well, that's more like a lauric acid. But yeah, it is. But it's not.
Like, you can still
considered-
take a scoop of coconut oil and eat that.
Yeah, that's
good
more
for you.
like lauric acid. That's more. It's a healthy fat, but it's not considered an omega-3.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're
Category.
concentrating just on the omega-3s.
Yeah, yeah,
My
yeah.
bad, I missed that little
It's
part.
okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Omegas, and then your, like I mentioned before, your smash fish, which is again your salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and your herring. Those are the types of fish that are lower in mercury, because the thing. Like
Mercury.
a lot of like most of our oceans and lakes are like they're just
polluted.
They're polluted. They're high in mercury, the radiation, all those things. But
Well, I
those
think that
types of
the,
fish pick up the lowest amount.
Yeah, we're talking about mostly farmed fish.
Right.
When the fish is farmed, it's going to be higher in mercury.
Right.
When it's wild, it should be lower in mercury. Should.
But tuna is not.
But
'Cause it
there
picks up.
there are certain species that ingest or absorb more mercury in their ecosystem than others, right?
Yeah, because a lot of people like rely on tuna
And you can.
to get their omega-3 fats, the healthy fats. But the thing is, that is very high in mercury, and you don't want those heavy metals in your brain, because that causes a whole other
Yeah.
mix of
Alzheimer's, dementia,
cognition,
bipolar, all of it.
anything that interrupts the cell-to-cell communication.
Yeah.
Omega-6 is super important too, but although you want it in moderate amounts, because it's, you don't want it to...
2 to 1.
Yeah.
So
it's
is
your
it
nuts.
2 omega-6 to 1 omega-3, or 2
Yeah.
omega-3s to 1 6?
Yeah, I thought it was the other way around, but it's actually omega-6 to omega-3.
2 to 6, 1 3.
Yes. Yes. So your nuts, very, very healthy. But if you have high amounts, that's not so good.
The best nut is the Brazil nut, right?
Yes, that's in selenium, because it provides you
The best
with
one.
the minerals. Provide you with minerals such
The
as
nut
selenium.
that gives you the most bang for your nut.
I love it.
That's the one you want. They're
Yes.
big. You only need to eat like 3 or
horse
4
pill.
of these a day.
Yes. Well, I would. Yeah. 3 a day would
3 a day would be.
help your thyroid.
Yeah.
Get some good selenium with you.
Yeah, I
in
have
ya.
to eat some today.
Yeah, totally. So that's your fats, your healthy fats. Focus on that. Stay away from the
Stay away from the low-fat diets.
hydrogenated oils and
Yeah.
the canola oils and like the
Garbage.
safflower oil, the sunflower oil.
Garbage.
And there's so many packaged foods that contain all those things. But
We look through
we're seeing a
packaged
shift.
foods. We're noticing that a lot too. I mean, I'm noticing that in some of these health foods too,
Yeah.
right? It says health. Well, you look at it, you start reading the ingredients. Canola oil. I'm like,
know. I
Like
know.
you were almost there. We put it back.
You had me at
Yeah,
that.
you had me at all the other stuff except for that. Then we put it back because it's
Right.
garbage.
I know. But there are some really healthy ones, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
So buy quality stuff.
You're worth it.
You are worth
You
it.
freaking deserve it. My
Reduce
goodness.
the amount of sugar in your diet. Continuously,
topic.
yeah, continuously read ingredients.
Yes.
Water is key.
Yes.
Keep drinking water.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes.
As always,
We love you. We're thinking about you.
ya.
And we'll see you guys
Cold
tomorrow
showers
morning
and
at
fruits,
7:15.
vegetables,
Eat healthy fats.
be a good
Have a healthy
person.
day. Cheers.
Come on.